It's out like that. Will get rusty.
Doesn't matter. I'll cut you out.
Okay. Oh, I'm coming in.
Super petrol. Oh, 100% I'll get in trouble for that. Is it all the way up? No. Fucking hell. Yeah, that'd be fun. Must be a bit careful. Aha! Oh, that's gross. Oh. Right then, this is my Bible. It's a service manual. I've got an electronic version, which I think is slightly different. Potentially, but my friend Greg, who I bought this off, he gave me this as well, and it's brilliant. So we go to where I need to be. This is my list. I mentioned I've ticked off some bits. Thank God it's not double-sided. But for now, I thought I'd take off the sprocket cover. This is part of remove the engine, I think. Yeah, this is remove the engine, but this part, sprocket cover. And you've got to remove the gear shift lever by removing its mounting bolt, which is there, which I'll show you when I move the camera now. Remove the engine sprocket cover by removing the bolts 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that comes off, because I saw a brilliant RF900 account called Addy XX. He's amazing. He's done stuff like change it from a 900 to an 1100, change something else to make it to an 1150, and he's put a GSXR 1100 of the same sort of year gearbox in it. So in the same gearbox case, if you like, it's got 6 gears instead of 5. That's pretty amazing. And he's changed the thing I'm pointing at. So I'm going to take it off to have a look. Caution: do not operate the clutch lever to prevent clutch piston retainer damage. Right you are. Right you are. So I didn't really want to change the coolant pipes because they're still fairly pliable, but I mean, look at that, and like in there and stuff. So I don't even know if that's supposed to be touching the way it is. it looks a bit squashed to me. So I might have to take all the coolant pipes off and replace them. But the cool thing is you can get them in all different colours. It's more money, so that's going to have to wait. But while I'm at it doing that, I might as well take the radiator off, which I wasn't going to do. But the thing for today is this cover, which means I need to take this off to get to that. And I'm hoping that I don't need to take the clutch. I think it's a clutch line. I think it's the clutch sort of hydraulics, if you like, off. Because if I do, then I can't be bothered. A lot of that looks like oil to me, but it could not be. But it probably is, if we're going to be honest. Okay, so that time lapse sort of showed me taking the bolts out. Those two went in a different place to those two, and that one, the little one, is for the clutch linkage itself to go back onto this little thing. Now, I was worried that I'd have to take this off, but the whole thing came off together, and it is disgusting. So there is, I mean, it's definitely dirt, obviously. There are very greasy, very dirty, and I don't know whether there's oil coming from somewhere, but I'm sure I don't like it. And the first thing I was going to do, I thought, oh, what's that pin do? I thought, I'll pull the clutch lever. Do not operate the clutch lever to prevent clutch piston retainer damage. So, good job I consulted the Bible. But this is the sprocket. Obviously the chain is here. And yeah, it's not nice. Show you. Like what the Ugh. So I think for now I'm gonna put the sprocket cover back on, so I'm not pushing dirt into all the threads and stuff, and then have a look at actually cleaning all of this area, really cleaning it. Nice to see the starter motor. So I know where it is, this thing. Oh, look at it. This thing, starter motor. There's no reason why it shouldn't work. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Well, there's plenty to be getting on with. Plenty to be getting on with. You know, normally you would not clean it and see where oil came from, but I mean, what's this telling me? Nothing. Just oh dear. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just get a rag and try to sort of get the main sort of gunk off, so that I'm not pushing stuff back into the holes that I've just opened. What's going to need to happen is I'm going to have to just soak it in engine degreaser, which I've got absolutely loads of. So there are marks on the inside of this sprocket cover. I don't know if you can see that. There and there, as if metal's been hit in it. So that doesn't bode well. But that might just be a casting mark or something. It's, let's be honest, it isn't though. So there could be something going on with the... Greg rode this at like 160 miles an hour. Man of steel. Steel testicles. Yeah. Right, let's get an old rag then. Right. My dad's not going to wear this again, is he? Let's be honest. Right. I'm just trying to get the sort of the gunk. I might be doing something wrong here, to be honest, but I don't want to push any rubbish into holes where it shouldn't be. So I just want to get the worst of it off, and I will come back with a vengeance and give it a really good going over, and obviously I'll film that and all. Oh, you mother! I didn't know that came out. Don't know if it's supposed to, but it has now. The threads of the bolt holes, I'm not that worried about. I can kind of clean those. It's the sort of shaft going back into the body of the clutch, I assume it is. I don't want anything going in there because I'm not taking the clutch apart. That's a fact. That's final. Jesus. I know some parts are supposed to have grease on, but fuck me. Not sure if this is grease or something that's welled up out of the pits of hell. Oh, I mean, if you're not going to do it properly, you don't bother. So I'll get a time lapse on, chuck it back on. Right, this clutch lever is way too low now because I put this back wrong. I just put it back. It should be, that should be further this way. So that's turned, so it's pulled the lever up. But, clutch. Making a funny noise now. Okay, but we're in neutral at least. Oh God. I've got two 10mm spanners. Unheard of. Unheard of. But I am missing 10mm socket. So swings and roundabouts there, I suppose. Fuck off. Oh. Okay, bit more talking in front of the camera, which is annoying because I had expected to be doing more. There are a few in this video. So just quickly, the next thing I'm going to do, which will be later today, because I'm not going to do nothing, I'm going to find a big plate of aluminium and chop some bits off. Find a bigger plate of aluminium, drill some bits out, and then melt the bits I've chopped off, pour them into the bits I've drilled out, and then see if I can get them flat and drill and tap them, because I need to do that for this potentially, and I only get one go on this, so I'm going to be an expert before I do it, through trial and error on some parts or on some pieces of metal that don't matter. So it'll be one of these, and away we go. Pour it. I mean, I'm used to not molten metal as such, but hot metal, because blacksmithing is a thing that I do, and welding and stuff. So, you know, what could go wrong? Nothing really. Perfectly safe. Perfectly safe.